Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to another edition of Empowering Conversations. And during our session today, I want to present to you the Mandela Washington Fellowship program for young African leaders, honoring Mandela, a program that came into existence in 2014 under the administration of President Obama. The Mandela Washington Fellowship, empowering young African leaders. It's a program for emerging leaders from sub-Saharan Africa to develop their skills to contribute to their communities. Just in passing, welcome. I hear that there's a lot of, uncertainty, a lot of talk. I've received a lot of calls uh, about what is going on in the United States. In this channel, I don't discuss politics. It's deliberate, not because I'm oblivious to the challenges of the time, but because I have set up, you can't handle everything in life. I decide to work on youth economic empowerment. I've decided to work on helping the younger generation to find their voice and to make that voice useful to society. But I can't just go on as if nothing is happening. So there has been calls and disturbances about, we hear about 1,700 Cameroonians are going to be deported. What is the situation? I will just say something in passing. There is a lot that is happening about deportation. In fact, there are about 1.4 million people on the list, and there are countries that have close to 230,000 people, like Guatemala, like Mexico, and so on, that have to be deported. Cameroon has about that list. And for your information, there are slightly over 90,000 Cameroonians in the United States. So 1,700 is a very negligible number. Notwithstanding, remember that I share this because it's related to this fellowship. And that is why I tell people the right way to travel or to get into another person's country as an immigrant or non-immigrant. Um, there are Cameroonians here who are citizens. There are Cameroonians here who have green card, who are permanent residents. There are Cameroonians here who are some are students, some are on work permits, some are on scholarships, some are on temporary protective status, some are seeking asylum. All these people, depending on what you are, if not committed any crime, I don't think you will fall in that list. But there is something we call illegal immigrants. The moment that you get into the United States, not using a visa, or you pass through a border, or I don't know the terms properly because I'm not an attorney, but I can say that I know if you get into the country and you are processing your documents, you can be deported to some level, depending on whatever. The other one is if you get to the United States and your visa has expired and you are still here, then you don't have a status. So you are illegal. If you pass through the borders, I hear there's some processing. If I've never gone closer to the border, so I don't know if there's some processing, and if it has not gone through, you maybe it's an asylum, maybe it's temporary protective status. You can't just be deported. But overall, you need not to be involved in crime, and you need to be on something. You can't also just get into somebody's country and you are just loitering. You don't have any status and you are hanging in there. Then the very last one that I wanted to say is, remember that executive orders are like presidential decrees, and executive orders cannot override the constitution of a state. America is a country of law. That one I know. That said, I just want to ask you, go to the US Embassy today, whether you will not see so many people going to get visas and they are traveling. So what I want to say is, don't be scared. Life moves on. And the best way to get into anybody's country, one of the best ways, is either you've been given a work visa permission to come and work in that country, an authorization to work, or you are on a scholarship or a fellowship or whatever you could also get in as a citizen. So this one we'll be discussing is fellowship. So if this is the first time of coming visiting my channel, my name is Amos Fon, and for close to 15 years, I have worked in youth economic empowerment, and that is something that I really love doing. But my goal this year is to empower, to guide 600 committed individuals on a transformative journey to live with purpose, take action, and turn their dreams into reality. That is very possible. I have done it, so I know you can do it. You could be one of them if you are committed. And just to tell you, because I've been discussing this, today is the 31st of January. So how far? I am currently working with 91 people, predominantly from Cameroon, from Nigeria, and a few people from Uganda for now, on different projects and initiatives. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Remember, you don't ask for help because you are weak. You ask for assistance, you ask for help to be strong. Let's move on. So let's talk about the Mandela Washington Fellowship program, program that I admire so much. The Mandela Washington Fellowship program that I just mentioned to you for young African leaders was initiated in 2014. It's a the flagship program of the Young African Leaders Initiative. So the Mandela Washington Fellowship program falls under the yearly program overall. And of course, they use the name Mandela to give honor to him. Remember, that's the man who said education is a powerful tool that you can use to transform society. So he believes, I believe too, that through education we can transform society. So this program was launched by former US President Barack Obama. The program impact over the years since its inception, over 6,500 young leaders from 49 African countries have participated in the fellowship. Each year, approximately 700 fellows are selected to travel to the United States for 6 weeks of leadership training at various US universities. And very often in my own country, Cameroon, between 15 to 20 people come in every year on this program. The program receives tens of thousands of applications annually, making it highly competitive. Would you like more details on the application process or benefit from the fellowship? I am here to help you. So let me share with you a little bit more. The program is about leadership development. The fellowship offers a 6-week leadership training program at US universities, followed by a year of ongoing support. So you first of all come to the United States, you go through a 6 week program, you go to the White House, shake hands with the president. So you will shake hands with President Donald Trump or any other president or some senior leader at the White House, professional development, and then you go back home after the 6 weeks. Professional development. Participants gain valuable skills in business and entrepreneurship, public management, civic leadership, and more. Networking opportunities. The fellowship provides a unique chance to connect with other African leaders and American professionals, fostering international collaboration. You know that one of the things that help people to really make it in life is collaboration or connection. If you don't have enough connection and networking opportunities, you may not go very far. And networking plays a vital role for success, right? So the program, very important for me to share this with you. It has 3 tracks. So at the time you are putting in your application, you actually decide which of the tracks. The track on which I've been a little bit very focused is business and entrepreneurship. It develops skills to launch and grow businesses create jobs, and drive economic growth. If you're coming on this track, you may need to show a little bit of proof as to whether you've started an initiative or you are starting. Because in the application screening process, I mentioned sometime that we want to see uh, what you are doing, not only here. So I tell you that it's better to show than to tell. The other one is public management. Learn effective leadership practices for government, civic organization, and non-profit. This actually means that if you are working in government, you are a teacher, you are in administration, probably you are a civil servant. This track is good for you, which means you may see certain things in governance that are not going on well. We talk about a lot of things in our country. Oh, roads are not working well. Yes, they are supervised by the government. So if you come under public management, you will learn skills that can help you answer the question, why is it that the tax system in our country is not working well, why it is working well in other countries? Why is it that utilities, water, electricity, all of this, how is it done in another country? So the whole objective of this thing is this particular program is that you gain skills that you will use to improve back in your own country. Then we talk about civic leadership. You gain insights into community engagement, advocacy, and promoting social change. This track is mostly for people probably who run NGOs, who work in civil society organizations, and so on. This is an incredible program. I ran into some students who came for this program at the University of Notre Dame, those who were doing entrepreneurship, and it was really good. It was really good because, of course, as I mentioned, at the University of Notre Dame, I was both a fellow and also a trainer to the younger people. So in my class with Professor Morris, who teaches entrepreneurship, we guided some of the young people who came from Africa, from Kenya, from Malawi, from Zimbabwe in this program. It's really good to interact. The other little piece is when you have an opportunity to participate in this program, because the government helps you to get a visa, you can always come back again. And I always encourage people, when you come for the program, make sure you go back because you can always come back. Okay. Move to the next thing about the program. Eligibility and application process. Eligibility applicants must be citizens of sub-Saharan African countries aged 25 to 35 with demonstrated leadership potential. Required material. Applicants need to submit their academic transcript, letters of recommendation, and a compelling personal statement. They say you should be 25 to 35. Exceptionally, we have accepted candidates who are below 25, but who really, show great potential for leadership. You know it. You've seen people at 20, 22, 23 who are already doing their own things. And proof of what you are doing, proof of experience, proof of commitment is seen in your application. The application timeline, we just finalized for 2025 in 2024. So the candidates are waiting for final decision in this March, and they will start their journey. Applications for 2026 will open in October. They say you should be sure to check the website, but I want to tell you something. I think this is the best moment for you to start your mentorship journey with me, so that you can, when the applications open, you are good to go. One thing, participants' testimonials and the impact. Impactful leadership. Fellows return to their countries with enhanced skills and a network of support to make a real difference. Community development. The fellowship empowers individuals to develop sustainable solutions to challenges in their communities. When you go back and you come up with projects, they are supported by the U.S. Department of State through the embassy of your country. So you can actually go back and write a grant at which direction that you are going with what you want to do, and it will be sponsored. So I talk a little bit about this networking, an opportunity for you to meet other people in the world, networking and leadership development opportunities, workshops and seminars. You gain valuable insights from experienced leaders and learn from experts in various fields. Mentorship, you connect with mentors who provide guidance and support throughout your leadership journey. And then join the alumni network. You join a thriving community of fellows, fostering collaboration and shared experiences. Yep, that is it. And it's a life-changing benefits for the fellows, professional growth, personal development, global connection, and transformative experiences. It's quite an exciting and empowering program. I can testify to this. So, well, if you want to apply, you're thinking about application, you can get to me. And let me just add some other thing. Uh, I always say something that when you talk about when you have a GCE teacher who is also an examiner, you would like to go through that teacher because he can give you the tricks of the game in the exam, right? So I mentor young people on this program all over the world, but most particularly in Cameroon. I've been involved in it since 2014. But at another level, I also participate in reading the applications. This is a voluntary work, but I'm selected by the US AREX, US State Department, to do that work. And this year, I know that we usually say we use this accolade to brag a bit. This year, I participated in reading the applications, and as you can see, this is my letter of appreciation. I'll read it to you. Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders, Certificate of Appreciation, Emerson, in recognition of your services as an application reader for the 2025 Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders. We appreciate your support of the fellowship. It is dated November 12, 2024. And these are the people, US State Department, US government, IREX, and all of that, who are handling this program. So, I just want to say, it is not some pride, it's an honor, because this is not a job. It's something that I do, and I keep telling people, when you volunteer, you get to know a lot. Because just by doing this exercise, I got to read about the country profiles. Imagine that I read applications from Togo, Burkina Faso, Malawi, Nigeria, I think Somalia. And to be able to read an application from a country, you need to read the country profile to be able to understand. Because if somebody is telling you about something that is happening in a certain country, or what he wants to handle and gives you can't know if you have not read the country profile of that country. And that is the one thing. In volunteering, you have an opportunity to meet a lot of people, you learn a lot. And that is the one thing I really, really admire in this particular program. So if you are interested, I developed a handbook on how to do the application. And of course, you can always go alone. I show you all the things you can do alone. But what if you were to use my handbook, which guides you on how to write the application properly, and it makes it better for you, and you are sure of success? I don't know. If that is something that you want to do, if it interests you, this is how to get to me. Here I am. This is my contact. Contact me by WhatsApp. You can contact me by email. You can also go to my YouTube channel and you make some comments or you make a request there. This is also our website. Please do one little thing for me. You've listened to this information. It is wonderful information. I know it. And I know that some of you, when you get it, you immediately go there to check to see what you can do. But what if you just say, I like what you've done? Like, that is just appreciating my work. What if you share it with other people? Somebody you may not be able to benefit from it, but a child from your family, some other person may benefit from it. What if you subscribe to my channel so that as I will be doing the presentation on grants, project proposal writing, how to get funds for your business, then it shows up for you. What if you just do some of these things with me? You like, you share, you subscribe to my channel. That is all that I need from you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for listening. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. Have a great day ahead.